So he just stood there.
Growing Deer TV is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, also by Reconics, Trophy Rock, Eagle Seed, Nikon, Winchester, Scent Master, Dead Downwind, Antler Dirt, Lacrosse Footwear, Whitetail Properties, Bloodsport Arrows, Outdoor Edge Knife, Flatwood Natives, Morel Targets, Caldwell, Hooks Custom Calls, Montana Decoy, Summit Tree Stands, Drake Non-Typical Clothing, House Lubricator Products, LEM Game Processing, G5 Broadheads, Prime Bows, Redneck Hunting Blinds.
Deer season starts September 15th here in Missouri. But before it starts, we decided to change things up a bit this year and head to Colorado for some elk hunting. We met up with Growing Deer Pro staff members Daniel Stefanoff and Brandon Pittman in Oklahoma and continued on to Colorado.
Well, then after like 10 tags, I'm going.
We arrived late that afternoon at Stephen Flowers Outfitters, and the first thing we wanted to do was shoot our bows to make sure they were still sighted in. We were joined by several of our pro staff members and other friends, so we busted up the next morning and headed out to different parts of the mountain to chase elk. Daniel was filming Gene, and the first night they were overlooking a water hole and had a neat encounter.
We've made it to our water hole, and we've got a couple bulls, maybe even more than a couple. They're bugling and chuckling and cow calls, so we're in the right spot. And as hot as it is, I bet anything they'll be down here. You know, maybe a half hour or so, who knows, but they're on their way for sure.
Fortunately for this bull, Gene decided he was still a bit immature and gave him a pass.
That was pretty exciting. We just had a little raghorn walk through the pond in front of us. He's not what we're looking for, but that was pretty cool. 22 yards. Way fun. Lots of bulls.
Just like with whitetail hunting, location is the key for a hot spot with elk. All wildlife need food, cover, and water, and hunters should look for areas that offer all three of those resources in a location where they can approach without alerting the game. Gene was hunting in an area that had been recently impacted by a wildfire, and the results was lots of fresh browse on that side of the mountain. Throughout the week, Gene and Daniel were hearing bulls, seeing bulls, and in the middle of some good action. They felt it would only be a matter of time before they got close to a mature elk. After a few days, they learned that just getting a mature bull in range didn't mean success. They finally got that mature bull about 30 yards out, but there was too much brush in the way for the camera to have a clear view.
It's what we're here for. There's not much you can do when they come in behind you.
Most people that took that shot.
Oh, I could have killed him. I mean, he's 26 yards. I ranged him. I poked through that whole range, 26 yards.
When in a group of hunters, I find it's always interesting to hear the different stories and which ones have encounters. Even though we're all basically hunting the same mountain, it was obvious that Gene Price from Trophy Rock was in the hot spot. And what kind of habitat are you in there? Is it timber?
It's burn. It's burn. It's a burn. It's a burn with a pond.
While Adam and I were working to get in front of some elk, Daniel and Brandon were doing the same thing a couple of miles away.
This morning we saw 2 bulls and a few cows that were down in this valley. So on our way down to the valley, Justin, our guide, spotted an antler shed off of an elk. So we're gonna go down and recover that.
During the 3rd morning of our hunt, Daniel, Brandon, and their guide finally felt they'd put the pieces of the puzzle together and were close to a responding bull.
It's day 3 of our hunt. The bulls that we were going after yesterday, we're hoping that they bedded down in the valley. The winds picked up really, really strong yesterday. So we're hoping that they bedded there and that they're gonna funnel back up into the last position that we saw them yesterday to feed. So we're just gonna get quiet, sit here and wait, listen, see what happens. Cows. Yeah, there's 2. Oh, wow. Holy cow.
As the moments got more intense, the elk steps out at the place they least expected him to. This big 6x6 elk steps out at 15 yards away from Daniel.
Good blood. Good blood. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Man. Man, great job, guys. Oh, golly, he's beautiful. Oh, yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank
sir.
you so much. Man, you did a great job. You put us on him every day. Been working hard, man, I appreciate it.
This was Daniel and Brandon's first elk hunting trip. First trip where they traveled to film a hunt, so it was really cool to sit back and watch them celebrate. Great job, Daniel and Brandon, on a fine Colorado bull. Adam and I enjoyed sharing the hunt with friends, seeing all the different critters, and celebrating Daniel's success. The Growing Deer team hunted with outfitter Stephen Flowers. You can learn more about his operation at elk.com. Whether you're hunting close to home or going on a travel hunt, I hope you take time every day to enjoy creation and, most importantly, slow down and listen to what the Creator is saying to you. Thanks for watching GrowingDeer.tv.